Hi, all the CAT aspirants 2025 planning to answer CAT exam and the other student who are also answering aptitude based entrance exam. So here is a classic question. See, CAT has a tendency to ask you questions which are not very difficult but very logical in nature. Now, this is one question which I am going to talk about today. It's a concept of average. See, used here. So the question is the class of 20 boys and 30 girls, and in the mid-semester examination, the average score of the girls was 5 higher than that of boys, and in the final exam, however, the average score of girls is dropped by 3, while the average score of the entire class is increased by 2. So the question is the increase in the average score of boys. Now you can form the equation based on the concept of average and you can get the answer, which is like everyone get the answer for this. But I have a different approach which is much initially it looks like complex, but it's very easy. So understand, it says that 20 boys and 30 girls, and there are boys and there are girls, and their average says that initial average of girl is higher than boys, right? So this is x, so this will be x plus 5. And there are how many boys? 2 boys and 3 girls, means ratio of boys and girls is 2:3. So when you use this formula P1 Q1 plus P2 Q2 weighted average divided by Q1 plus Q2, this gives you x plus 3, right? The average of the entire class is x plus 3. Now understand this whole thing. I am going to explain you by a method which are not commonly known to the students. So understand when I say 2 and 3 parts, so this is basically 40% and this is 60%. That means 40% of girls are there, boys are there, and 60% of girls are there. And now 40% x and this is 60%. So when you move from 40% to 60%, there is an increase of what? 20%. So when you move from x to x plus 5, so that means there is an increase of 5 parts. X becoming x plus 5, and in terms of percentage it is 20%. So you can say 5 parts, if it is equal to 20%, one part will be equal to how much? 20 by 5, which is 4. And now this is increasing by what? 3 part. So what is 3 part equal to? So 3 part is equal to 12. 12%, right? 3 part means 12%. So here you can write 40%, here you can write 60%, and here 40 increases by 12 because this is 40, so 40 increases by 3 part and 3 part is 12. So x is 40, 40 plus 12 is 52%. So you find out this, see, this will give you what? 8 and this will give you what? 12. So this is what? 2:3. We are getting it, right? So we got 52%. Now the next part of the question says what? In the final exam, however, the average score of the girl dropped by 3, right? Average score of girl is dropped by 3. So if I decrease this by 3, that means this is 57%. While the average score of the entire class is increased by 2. Average is of the entire class is increased by 2 means 54%. So then I have to find out that this is equal to how much percentage, right? And the average score of the boys increased by how much? Now you tell me this difference is what? 3%. Let's say this is x%. So now this will be what? 54 minus x%. How many boys we have here? 2 boys. How many girls we have here? 3. So the ratio of this upon 54 minus x is equal to 2 by 3. When you solve it, so this is 9 is equal to 108 minus 2x. Right? 3 3s are 9 minus 2x, and 2x is equal to 99. So x is equal to 2 4s are 8, 49.5. X is equal to 49.5. So this is basically equal to 49.5%. 49.5%. Now they are saying the average increase in the average score of boys. So what was the initial average I took of boys? 40%. And now the average score of boys have increased to what? 49.5%. So there is an increase of what? 9.5%. So without going into heavy calculation, you can solve this question with ease. Right. So you have to use tricks and techniques. These are some of the tricks and techniques you should know And that is how you get the answer for such question. At C, like if you go and make the equation, the question is actually slightly difficult. Thank you so much, and keep in touch and follow my YouTube channel for such tricks and technique. Thank you.